Packers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
From the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
This defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Throwing Jones. And the man open here is Strong. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And this time they were ready for him, as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. Now Jones. Parker's got it for a New England touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Patriots have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Robert Tonyan, the intended target.
And that'll bring up second down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down. On play action. Now Rodgers.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
The Packers at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the counter, here's Jones. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots' 37.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Jones.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Up the middle, Jones.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Touchdown!
Christian Watson.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers are an extra point away from taking the lead.
And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away.
Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Pats at the line, ready to go. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off play action. Jones. Open receiver here, complete. It's Parker. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain of 22. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Strong.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Devondre Campbell, the one who fought his way in there to make the play.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
On 2nd and 12, Jones.
Got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He'll buy some time right.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snapped, and they're there and end up making the play.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. On the delay, Jones.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So the interception, that had him set up in golden shape, but no first down comes of it. And in the end, no points come up.
And Brandon, I tell you, in a sudden change offense, you must capitalize. This is where you can really swing momentum in your favor. But that time, they let him off the hook.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. They find some open field here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and... Looking to throw. Jones. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Give up the middle to Strong.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Jones.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Preston Smith in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Now Jones, off play action. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards.
And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
And again, it's Rodgers.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's got a man complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
And the Pats are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Here's Jones throwing to start the drive.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
This one swung outside to Strong.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Let's go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They'll run with Strong.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So we have reached halftime here with not much scoring between these two teams. 6-6 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Now this a very short kick. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Jones. It's complete to Parker, left side.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And you get the sense, as I'm sure they got the sense, they might have picked up a good one here, maybe a little diamond in the rough via trade.
Maybe just need a change in scenery, a new city, maybe different motivation, but they believe they've got a good one.
They go play action here on first down. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 40.
And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers dancing to his left.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 53 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Now Jones. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
We are going.
On the sneak, Rodgers. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Packers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. So a very strong first drive in the 2nd half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones.
And he gets this to Thornton. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. And that one on the rookie, Charles, maybe a little too overeager.
You know how many times we talk about the quarterback having to have a clock in his head and make sure the ball gets away before the rush gets there? When you're a pass rusher, you have to know when the ball is gone and make sure you don't hit the quarterback afterward. I know he's trying to make a play, but that time, he ends up drawing the flag.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On second down, a run with Strong.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Off the play fake. Jones rolling to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So third down and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be fourth down. And his kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this fourth quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great fourth quarter.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
On second down, it's Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
3rd time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Isabella not going to risk a return here, and they'll start at the 25.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing, Jones. Downfield. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Dietrich Wise running through and dropping him for the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Now Jones. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Operating from the gun, Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Jones. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. The slot man in motion right. Now Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 41. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
all you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Jones. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give them a... And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. To throw is Jones. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Here's Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Jones. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions, because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll go again to Jones. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end.